Hello, subscribers. Check this out. An actual, genuine movie review. I'm making a return, a comeback on movie reviewing. Let's see how long that lasts. But anyway, we're in the summertime blockbuster season. All these big films are coming out. But what am I coming back for? What am I here to talk to you about? I'm here to talk to you about an independent movie entitled Dope. That's right. I'm here to talk about Dope. Now, this movie, I hope you can forgive me. This is a webcam review. I would have liked to have shot this on my camera, but I did not want to deal with the evilness of rendering. And this is a review I need to get out there. It needs to be, this movie needs to be talked about. It is a very important film, a very gut-wrenching film, a heartfelt film, thought-provoking, socially and culturally significant. It's a comedy. It's a comedy, and this movie needs to be talked about. So, Dope is a film that premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. It recently was screened at Cannes. That's a big deal for this type of film. What is it about? Well, I don't want to go too much into it, but it's basically about a group of three geeky, nerdy friends in high school who they're into the geekiness, the geeky stuff of today, like Game of Thrones and Donald Glover. That's a great reference that they make in the movie. And they are obsessed with 90s hip hop and culture. They just don't belong in this time period. They want to belong in the 90s, which I can relate to. I'm from the 90s. I was a 90s teenager, but we'll talk about that later. The main character is Malcolm, played by newcomer, I would say, up and comer, Shanique Moore. Definitely gonna keep my eye on this kid because this guy was phenomenal. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry. He's a smart kid. He is a good kid. He's a geek, and he has aspirations in life. He wants to go to Harvard, but people doubt him. He's from Inglewood. The movie takes place in Inglewood, and you don't hear of people in Inglewood going to Harvard. So he's often told that he ain't gonna go to Harvard, but he's determined to do so. But one day, he's a teenager. He goes to a party, and he unwillingly gets caught up into some trouble. And after a while, he and his friends have to figure out a creative way to get out of this mess. Folks, peeps, homies, I am in love with this movie. I am over the moon with this film. I heard about it a few months ago. My dear friend Scott Menzel, who I went to go see this movie with tonight at a pre-screening, he saw this at Sundance, and he told me about this movie, and he said, "Gabe, you are gonna love this movie." He was right, but I had no idea how right he was gonna be. I love this film. This film is a brilliant comedy. It is so well constructive and creative. It's a coming of age film, but it's just told in such an original fashion, a creative fashion. It just, and what's great about it is it doesn't shy away from the problems that Inglewood has. It does have violence. The movie has violence. It has drug situations, but the movie knows when to be serious, and it knows when to entertain, to be fun. And this film is constantly fun and entertaining in every possible way. I have so many thoughts, and I don't want to share them all because this will be an epically long review. But take my word for it that this movie is an entertaining film. It does give you a message. It gives you a lot of, things to talk about. It's done in a brilliant way where it never feels preachy, it never feels manipulative, and it just feels so real, so raw, and just the idea that it revolves. There's a lot of hip hop culture, and there's actually a lot of different cultures covered in this film. There's the geek culture, the hip hop culture, the party scene, the drug scene. A lot of stuff is covered in this film. There's a lot of different ethnicities in this film. One of his friends is played by Tony Love. I can't say his name, but he played Zero in the Grand Budapest Hotel, and he did a fantastic job. And Kelsey Clemens, who plays the girl of the group, she's hilarious as well. These are some great characters. Every character in this film is actually very great, or at least interesting, and the performances are spot on. There's just nothing feels fake or phony about this film. This film feels very real and authentic, and that comes from the fact that this film is directed by Rick. I'm gonna fuck up his name. Famuyiwa. The guy has an exceptional Nigerian name. He's a great creative storyteller. He did a film back in, I believe, 2000 called The Wood. Really great film. In fact, I consider this kind of like an updated version of The Wood. He did a really good movie called Brown Sugar. He did a film called Talk to Me, which I really can't remember if I've seen it. And he did a not so good film called Our Family Wedding, which during the Q&A, there was a Q&A with him and the three main leads. He creatively admitted that the studio got in the way of that film. He wasn't, it's not one of his finest achievements, but in this film, funny enough, the studios didn't want to touch it because they wanted it to be more fluffy and more happy. But it turned out just the way it needed to be. This movie is fantastic in every possible way. It has crude humor. It has it has sophisticated humor. A lot of dialogue-driven humor. And it's just, there's never a dull moment in this film. At times it might feel a little clumsy, a little bit, but you really can't tell. Folks, please go see this film. Okay, the movie, it's gonna get a limited release on June 19th. I hope, and if there's any justice in cinema, it will get an expansion, because this is a film that you really should go see as a group. You should see it with friends. You should fucking see this movie. I'm saying it is a great fucking movie. I highly enjoyed it. I loved it. I'm gonna probably be talking about this film throughout the year, and I'm really hoping that I can put this on my top 10. I really want to do that. So as of right now, even though at times I struggle and I kind of want to ditch ratings, I can't do it. So as of right now, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. But I have a feeling that with repeated viewings, any flaws that this film has, I'm eventually just not going to give a shit at all. I might give it a 5 later. But right now, a high 4.5, that's just burning to reach that 5 mark. You gotta see it. You have to see. Dope is dope. Alright? So, I was able to connect with it. I love the music of it because I love 90s hip hop. Please go see this movie. And you don't feel that if you don't like hip hop, you shouldn't see this movie, because you should. It is awesome and fantastic. So, go see Dope. Don't even think about it. Just go see it. So, I'm Good Gabe. This is Stuck Burrito Entertainment. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. We're talking about comics, talking about films, and eventually, occasionally music. Just whatever, subscribe if you wish. Thank you for watching. And once again, go see Dope. Peace. Watch it.